Hello and welcome to Read Right Now. This week we're in County Louth because I'm told our learner Patricia is the active type. So what better place for her to spend the day than at the Carlingford Adventure Centre. Technology is our theme again this week, and we'll see how our learner gets on looking up a web page. Later, Laura will be explaining to us what the web is and giving us some guidance on how to use it. We'll also have our usual spelling tips, and this week we're focusing in on plurals. Right, I'm going into the Adventure Centre to see how Patricia's getting on.
Hey folks, I'm just going to go through quickly now what we're going to be doing now this morning. It's called a raft build challenge. You people are going to be the survivors of a plane crash. Okay? You're stuck on an island and you have to build a raft and paddle off the island.
Patricia and her family have travelled from Santry in Dublin for today's event. The newlyweds will have to work together to complete 3 tasks to earn equipment to make the rafts.
Alright, so we'll head down there now anyway then. Alright? Okay.
Now, good morning, Patricia. How are you?
Morning, Jerry.
Lovely to see you. Oh, go straight on the lips. Who's this? Tell me who everybody is.
This is my daughter, Kerry.
Come around there. Let's let everybody see you. Hello,
my daughter,
Kerry.
Kerry, yeah.
Hello, Kerry. How are you?
And that's our husband, Robert.
Hello, Robert. How are you?
And this is my husband, Jack.
Hello, Jack. How are you? You're the man indoors, so to speak.
Yeah.
Now, let's go down here because the bus is waiting for us. Now, tell us what exactly is planned for today.
Well, we're going to actually make a raft today.
A raft?
A raft, yeah. So we're going to down here. I'm not really too sure what I'm doing, but
sure, we're going to learn as we go along.
We're going to learn as we go along.
Isn't it great that you've got such a supportive family, though? Isn't it?
Yeah, thank God.
How did you rope them in?
How to rope them in? I just said, please come down, please. He said, all right.
Well, come on, the bus is up here. Thomas is waiting to drive us up.
Right,
we should skip along, really, shouldn't we?
Definitely, yeah.
You're going to tell me all about how the family support you, weren't you?
We've always had family support.
When you say always?
Yes, my daughter would support.
And you were never embarrassed asking her or anything like that, have you?
No, not really. It was never really spoke about, but it was just, you know, just happens that day, you know what I mean? But my husband now wouldn't be aware of it now, anything that. Jack wouldn't know if I couldn't spell properly, like, you know, because I've improved so much since.
Since you did the 20-week course, yeah. And that was just specifically to improve your spelling?
Improve my spellings and to give us a bit of confidence as well, even just to speak to people and get on. But somebody always said I had that anyway, so I don't know.
And has it?
Yes,
Giving you the confidence?
Yes, it has.
And has your spelling improved as well?
Yes, it has.
Patricia attended a school in Kinseely, County Dublin, but left at a young age. Although it was her decision to leave, she later realised she hadn't developed her literacy skills to a level she was happy with.
We're just coming up here to Kinseely School, Kerry, where yourself, my mother-in-law went to school. I left school myself at 14 and started work a couple of days after. Went to Malahide, got a job in the sweet factory in Malahide. You know. I actually remember when I went to the school, I used to think it was really massive, really big. It actually frightened me sometimes when I used to look at it. And when I brought you back, Kerry, it was actually very small. I was actually quite surprised. It didn't look so bad then, or frightening as much. Dublin City Council gave me the next step in my life to go into the education. Like.
And how many weeks have you got to do in your computer course?
Oh, well, I started a FOSS course then, and that's with Dublin City Council as well, so that was a great bonus for me to get into council. You know, and then, as well as the literacy course where I'm going to.
Being able to do computers is brilliant.
Yeah, but the literacy course too comes part of that as well, because it's absolutely fantastic, and the people are in there, like Joan Butler, she's great at that, so. With the spellings and reading, so that's helped me to do more.
Yeah. And
it's giving me encouragement to do more,
aren't you?
Oh, I am. Yeah. I'm going to do another course now in the evening.
Even sending me emails and stuff like down to spelling on computers and all that. That really helps me a bit when she's typing as well.
And the more I use the computer, the more spellings I can get right too as well. Like, you know.
I find anyway that you're far superior and far confident in yourself.
Yeah. You know? And the job I'm doing now is giving me more confidence as well.
Absolutely.
Meeting the people, because when they come in, like they might have lost their rent card, and I have to take their name and address. press and bring that in and get that done. So I'm actually enjoying that. Actually, that's a great release for me. Yeah.
Well, that's part of keeping the old brain going. Like, you know what I mean? That you have to spell. You have to learn how to spell. You use the computer. You can't put wrong words in the computer.
Oh, actually, they do give you homework as well. They do give you homework. So the homework is actually.
You're very good at that.
You know, so I do it. Well, if I get stuck, I give you to give me a hand. Now you can give me a hand. Now before you're ready to
well, I think I'll have to go back to school to keep up with you.
Well, I said I'll teach you now to do the
computer. Fair enough. Yeah,
I said wherever I can pick up. I have to get a computer first.
Yeah. Oh, well, you never know. I mean, I think it's fantastic the way she's come on, like, you know, with a little bit of help from yourself and our friends as well.
I was glad she was right button, because if she wasn't the right button, I certainly wouldn't have been able to. I couldn't help her, so she knew anyway, didn't you, yourself?
Yeah, it's fun. We never really came across difficulties with it, you know, but I knew that there were certain things that I couldn't approach you about. But,
definitely, yeah.
That probably helped me just to get on with it a little bit better as well.
Yeah. If you asked me a question, I'd get real annoyed, like, you know, because I didn't want to kind of face it, like, you know, and I'm not afraid anymore. Yeah. So that's the confidence they're giving me to do it.
From all angles. It's not just from writing down, or it's listening as well.
It's listening as well, and looking at the word, and don't be no fear. I mean, half the words out there, I'm saying, oh my God, I can spell these, like, you know. But it's just a matter of, because there's different words, and you can see there's words in it that you know, and you'll be able to do it. So I'm getting there, I really am, actually, you know.
This spelling tip is about plurals, which we use when we talk about more than one item. Have a look at these words. A boat, many boats. One car, many cars. A shop, some shops. A table, 4 tables. Adding S is a really common way of making a word plural, but not all words form their plural in the same way. Let's look at these words: dish, switch, bus, and box. You can see that they end in the letters SH, CH, S, and X. When we make them plural, we get the words dishes, switches, buses, and boxes. And you can see in these cases, instead of just adding S to make the plural, we add ES. If you want a few more examples, think of brushes, watches, glasses, faxes. So keep your eyes open for words that end in SH, CH, S, and X. And remember to add an ES to make them into plurals.
And for more spelling tips and help with your reading and writing, you can contact Nala on 1800 20 20 65, and they'll send you out a copy of the free Read Write Now workbook. Well, this is Liam, and he's the instructor, and he's going to explain what's going on here. It looks like a jigsaw.
Similar, yes.
Tell us.
Okay, what we have here, folks, is a thing called a tanagram. And what you have to do is you have to build a square out of these pieces here on the ground. This is your first challenge, okay? So all the pieces must be used. You make one complete square, and basically that's it.
What do they get once they've made the square?
What you're going to get is they're going to get a piece of equipment to build a raft.
Piece of equipment to build the raft. It couldn't be simpler, Patricia.
No problem to me, Derek, you know.
Well, I'll do a countdown for you. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Okay.
Well, it's beginning to look like a boat, I think, at this stage,
yes,
isn't it?
Yes, it is actually, yeah.
No, they're doing okay, I must admit.
Yeah, no, I'm glad they are here to give me the support, because I don't think I'll be able to do it on my own.
But that's what I was going to ask you, because they're here now supporting you today. How did you manage without support, or how do you think you'd manage without support of your family and friends?
Well, I was a good bluffer anyway, so I always talk my way out of a lot of things anyway. Or else actually I might throw back a question to a person, and then sometimes they give me the answer, so then I jump on that and I move with that.
But when did you decide to go back to learning?
About a year and a half ago when I was in hospital, I was going to do this course, but I got sick, so I decided then, when I got better, I was definitely going to get up and do it. So I am glad I did it now. You know.
And what does it entail? How does the course work?
But it is actually back to basics, like, so you don't really know where you are or what level you are. So when you go in, the teachers actually tell you how far you're
Well, how do they do that? I mean,
well, they don't actually come out and like, you know what I mean, like you're that high, like they just kind of know. So they encourage you to do more. I actually went on to FOSS and done a computer course, which I didn't even know what a computer was for. Like before, never knew.
But you never used a computer in work?
No, I only thought I was there for dust and polish and nothing else. You know what I mean? But
So,
nothing else. No,
Anyway, they're not
nothing
doing too badly. It's taken
No,
some
no.
sort of shape, I have to say, in fairness to them.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel a tiny bit guilty not helping them out, but there you go. You can't do everything.
That's why I brought them along, you see, Terry.
Now, you had a task to do before you came here today, apart from this task of
Yeah.
assembling a square, hadn't you?
Yes, I did actually. I had to look up the website, and my tutor helped me to look that up.
For the Adventure Centre?
For the Adventure Centre to come.
And had
here.
you ever looked at a website before?
No.
Never? Your first
My
time?
very first, yeah. And I
My
found
God.
it very exciting.
And your first time doing jigsaw. Have we got the last
Absolutely,
piece
yeah,
there? There
yeah.
we go, Jack had the last piece. Put
Yeah,
it in,
there.
because the guys got it done.
Yeah, all right.
Not sure if we should applaud or cry, but we'll start with applause. Come on.
Thank you.
Patricia works as a receptionist at the Ballymun Civic Centre. As an employee of Dublin City Council, she has availed of their Return to Learning programme.
Hello?
Hello, is that the Carlingford Adventure Centre?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I wonder, could you give me your website address, please?
Oh, yes, of course, no problem. It's www.carlingfordadventure.com.
Yes. Okay, thanks very much.
No problem. Cheerio.
Bye-bye.
The Return to Learning programme provides Patricia with 4 hours of basic education per week. It includes computer lessons, which are taught by Christine Smith.
Christine, it's Tricia.
Patricia, how are you?
Oh, not a bother. Listen, I was wondering if you could come down at lunchtime to show me how to access the internet.
Yeah, that's no problem. Say about 1:30.
That's great. Thanks a million.
Great.
See you then.
Okay.
Bye.
See you then, Patricia. Bye. Bye.
Our Get It this week is about the World Wide Web. So what is it? First of all, you'll hear it called different names. You can give it its full name of the World Wide Web, or you can simply call it the web. Or you might hear it called the net or the internet. Strictly speaking, the internet and the World Wide Web are 2 different things, but we don't need to worry about that here. The great thing about the web is that everything is connected together, and we can search for information using search engines. The web consists of websites, and each website is made up of web pages. Just like all the strands of a spider's web, all those websites are connected together. So of course, that's where the name the web comes from. Now, most of us have been in libraries, and we know that libraries are divided into aisles with shelves, and on those shelves we have books. Libraries are organised in a particular way so that we can find the books we want quite quickly. One way of thinking about the web is to compare it to an enormous library, the biggest library in the world. Instead of books, this library contains millions of websites on every topic under the sun. I'll bet that no matter what you're interested in, there will be hundreds of websites on that very subject.